Hello everybody. It's a rainy Friday and today the RV is giving itself its dual purpose. It's acting as if it is a U-Haul truck or a cargo van. What I am doing today is I'm heading down. I'm fortunate enough to have a family member that has storage space, and as I'm closing in on making this a full-time decision in this van, I've gone through some stuff and decided things that I want to keep, probably most of which I should get rid of anyways, but you know, it's hard. Some people can do the minimalist thing and some of us have to struggle a little bit longer to get to that point, but I'm making those steps to get there. You do find that when you're driving in the rain during the day, no offense to old people, but man, old people don't like the rain. When I'm on a highway and I'm passing you in this RV because you're doing 40 miles an hour, stay home. Nothing's that important. You can get your groceries or your magazines or whatever it is you need. Just you're that afraid, stay home or stay off the highway. But anyways, I've been thinking, you know, I've mentioned in the past that I have a cat and she's up there in her spot. And sometimes I think, well, you know, just talk about your life and leave the cat out of it so you don't get judged by people. But my cat's my buddy, so there will be times that I'm going to talk about the cat. It's part of my page, it's part of my life, so there's that. You'll hear the 100 or so different nicknames I have for her. It was funny, I put her in here, and normally what she does is she goes straight to the back and hides in this corner for about the first 10 minutes, and then she goes back up to her coffee pot spot. Well, today I was a little worried that she was going to get smushed, but I put her up in behind the coffee pot, and by the time I got back out to the van, she was back under her spot. She stayed there for a little bit, made her way through the possible shifting tubs and boxes, and she's fine until she's up there. Trying to make a little video here. We'll see what it does. This thing drives pretty well in the rain because it's heavy enough. The problem I think that you have with some of these is I've driven a lot of big vehicles. I owned a boat for years and I pulled it behind a Suburban, and the boat was so big you couldn't see the Suburban. But the one thing an RV like this does is, because it's only about 20 feet, the wheelbase is pretty short obviously, but it's tall. So in rain and in bad weather and wind, this thing can be a little squirrely. I mean, those of you that drive something similar to this know that, heck, I'd rather drive something long that's not as tall as something with this short of a wheelbase. There are times I think it's got to be easier for a semi because they have such a longer wheelbase. I could be wrong, I don't know. I've driven big trucks, but I've never made it up to semi stage. I think sometimes when I get on here, I get to record and I forget to push my foot a little bit, so I'm sticking right at the speed limit. I will think of some other stuff to say that might be interesting more than this, but I will talk to you later.